everybody, this is Allie, and welcome to an episode of Coffee with Allie. And today's guest is Sarah.
Hi.
And Sarah is a makeup artist and a really successful YouTuber. So she's here today to chat with me about how to make a more successful channel.
So what are we talking about today?
Oh, okay. Yeah, what are we talking about today? So we're going to talk about lighting. We're going to talk about how to increase your channel and some very basic tips. It's going to give me some tips so that maybe I understand what to bring it to the next level. But I give a lot of photography tips. So today we're doing some YouTube tips.
So any small space tips that I can share is lighting. If you don't have studio lighting, that's okay. You could just use a window. It makes it tough because you're kind of, dependent on the sun, right? And in the wintertime, it's really hard. The day's not as long. Sometimes if you're working full-time jobs like us, you get home and the sun's already down. So, then you're stuck and you can only film on the weekends, So I just went on Amazon and they have a lot of really affordable kits. You don't have to invest a whole lot. I got like 2 softbox lights and an overhead softbox hair light for like $100. If you're gonna start a YouTube channel, kind of set a personal goal, like a date in the future. So if you're still at it by that date, then maybe think about upgrading your equipment or rearranging your space or having a dedicated space, because you don't want to dump a bunch of money if you don't like it. For the first year, I used a camera that I already had. I had a Rebel T30 whatever. It didn't have is that the number?
Something like that. Crop sensor, entry-level Canon.
Very entry-level. It did not have face tracking. It didn't have, the quality was not great. If you watch the early videos on my channel, you can tell, at least I can tell, it didn't have a flip-out screen. So I was struggling a little bit. There was plenty of videos that the camera cut off halfway through and I just kept on talking because I didn't know.
Well, and so I do have a nicer camera, but this is a funny story though. I bought the Canon EOS R, and it's the mirrorless, and I got it in like October or November, and everybody said, "Allie, you bought the best camera for vlogging," and I go, "I don't do video." I have no interest in video. I'd be like, but it's a really good camera for video. If you ever want to do it, whatever.
Yeah.
I just bought it because it's lighter.
Yeah.
I will say, I always thought that when I watched your videos, they're very professional.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You always look bright, and you make me want to be you.
That's nice. My thing is, it's more pleasing to watch when it looks good or when it sounds good. So any little things that you can do, you can learn on YouTube. You just look. There's all kinds of channels. Maybe you could put them in the description box down below.
I can do that.
There's plenty of other channels that you can look and they'll give you technical advice down to like the settings. They'll show you the back of the camera, like how to use it. And depending on what platform you're using, Canon or Nikon or
Sony,
a camcorder, any of that stuff.
Your cell phone.
Your cell phone. It is 100% possible to have a YouTube channel for a prolonged amount of time filmed on a cell phone.
So I find, like, I already have a dedicated space for my studio for photography. One of the bigger issues for me is I can't leave this stuff all set up. This actually is the background from yesterday's photo shoot. But if I'm doing a photo shoot, it doesn't always go with, so I'm constantly changing my background. I'm constantly rearranging this room. But I've got it down to a system now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's what's critical.
So must-dos, right?
Yes.
So here are things that I notice that will make me click right off of the video. Pay attention to your background. If you're filming in your bedroom, that's cool, but make your bed, for crying out loud.
I have face detection on my camera, but I don't use it when I'm doing stills because I'm a control freak, and so I want to. But when I do video, I do turn on face detection ever since the time that Sierra and I did 20 minutes, and it focused on the background the entire time.
I do use backgrounds, or I have been using backgrounds, like fabric backgrounds like this. It makes it really easy. And for me, because I can leave everything up, then when it's time to film a video, I just flip on the lights and flip on the camera and go. But if you can dial in your settings, that's how you make it look really good.
Gotcha. And I know one trick Sarah taught me today is set your camera to exposure compensation to be a little bit overexposed because YouTube darkens it when it goes upload.
It's evil. It's evil.
So you really want to get it right in camera. This is not like Photoshop later.
You learn the settings on your camera, but you have to. There's no way around it. You have to.
Yeah, you do. So if you're a Mac user, which we are, we use iMovie because it's free.
Yeah.
And if iMovie can't do it, which it's not really sophisticated on text, Keynote is free.
Yeah.
So you can do a lot in Keynote, which is like their PowerPoint, and get your text and get your moving things in there. When you put an ugly green screen behind it and you drop that into iMovie and then it deletes the green screen and boom,
Yeah.
you've got stuff you didn't know you could have.
You can do like the little fancy overlays. You know, if you're showing a product and then you want to show the name of the product, you can do that in Keynote. There's a lot of online programs that are free. PicMonkey is amazing. Do you use PicMonkey?
Ooh, I don't know this.
I'll have to show you. It's awesome. I make my thumbnails in PicMonkey because a lot of times I'll just do like a screenshot of the video. I don't ever remember to take a dedicated shot.
Right.
Ever. But sometimes I'll remember to like hold up the notebook because I'm talking about notebooks. And then I'll screen grab that, take it into PicMonkey,
For your thumbnail.
airbrush out my wrinkles, whiten up my eyes and teeth, and then
She doesn't have wrinkles.
you're so kind.
She did my makeup, so, I don't...
Isn't she gorge?
Yeah.
Peaches
So-
and cream.
Right, watch Sarah's channel and you can learn how to look like this.
By the way, yeah, so we filmed this makeup look. If you want to
Yeah.
hop on over and see it on my channel.
And it's going to be in the comments. It's going to be rolling past us while we're yapping.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, better off red.
Yeah. You know, I didn't come up with that name.
No?
No, Tyler did. Tyler comes up with everything.
Tyler's our husband. We bicker.
Just a bit, but it's all in love.
It's all in love. He's an annoying man. Hey, Tyler.
Hi, Tyler.
So then, I think in recap, we're saying, first, have a dedicated space. It's going to make it easier,
As much as you can.
as much as you can do it. Have a clean background.
Yeah.
If you can use window light in the beginning, but if you can get continuous lights for video and an external mic, you're just going to have a more professional setup.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a full frame camera,
Yeah.
but, you can do it on a cell phone, but,
learn what you're doing and get comfortable with what you're doing before you start dumping a bunch of money. Don't invest until you commit.
be consistent in your message,
Yeah.
and,
Use the tools. Use other creators, use other channels, use the tutorials. That's what they're there for.
use YouTube to do YouTube.
Yes. Yeah, it totally helps.
And don't be afraid to show your personality and look at the camera.
Yes.
Smile.
We're looking at you.
We're looking at you.
The other thing that you'll hear a lot is to figure out what your channel is about.
Yes.
Figure out what your channel is about. Kind of stick to that. That's how you're building your audience, right? So if somebody wants to come to Allie's channel to learn photography tips and videography tips and things like that, and all of a sudden then she does a video about dog grooming.
Might be confusing. Daisy and Peanut are cute, but I'm not going to show you how to cut their nails on this channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, consistency is key. If you are uploading only once a month and then you go on a streak of like 3 times in a week and people are like, oh man, yeah, I'm getting more content. And then a month goes by and you post nothing, they're going to
lose them.
drop off. You have to be consistent. There's room for everyone. It's not pie. You know what I mean? It's not like if your channel is successful that mine can't be.
No. So that brings us back to what we decided in advance was the most important YouTube tip.
Yeah.
Do what you love
Do what you love.
and be consistent with it.
You literally cannot fail if you believe in what you're doing and you love what you're doing.
In the comments, you're going to find Sarah's link to her YouTube, Better Off Red. Even if you don't like makeup, go watch her. She's funny.
Even if you're not redheaded.
Yeah, it's
I
not
have
about
tips
redheads.
for you.
I mean, I'm not redheaded, and she did my eyes beautiful.
I think so.
Go watch her. She's really funny.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks for having me on today.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, if you've enjoyed this episode of Coffee with Allie,
Yes.
then please subscribe, like the video, hit the little bell for notifications, and keep following. And also, don't forget, add into the comments, give us your YouTube tips, Let me know if you want to see a specific topic, and you know, if I like it, maybe I'll do it. And thank you for watching.
Yay! Oh, it's an MP4.
Oh, or maybe it's MP4.
Okay.
I don't know what
sorry,
it
we're
is.
on a tangent now.
Okay, and we're not even recording yet, are we?
Yes, you are.
Oh, we are.
You've been
Okay.
recording
That's
for
some
the
good
past-
B-roll.
All right, good. So
Yay.
let's just do our neutral faces. All visuals and content create.
Yes, that.
Right.
It's super helpful if you have storage.
We're sitting on it.
Yeah.
These
good.
boxes, they hold shit.